Today's lesson is word problems again, and this is Unit 6, and we're going to finish Lesson 2. I broke the two lessons up because of the addition and subtraction, mostly addition, and now we're going to get into multiplication and division. So it's been a while since we've done some multiplication and division. Let's look back yesterday to the math journal. Brad has 7 coins worth 32 cents. What are the coins? Explain how you found your answer. So how did you solve it? Third graders, if you use a quarter, does that work to make 32 cents? What can you add together with a quarter to get 32 cents? Well, it definitely works to add together, but can you get a combination of 7 coins to get 32 cents? Or what about dimes? What if you used dimes? Are you able to add together? So I've got one way that I figured out. Maybe you figured out some other way, but here's one way to make 32 cents using 7 coins, like the direction says. I've got 1 dime, 4 nickels, and 2 pennies. That equals 7 coins. 10 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1 equals 32 cents. I'd love to find out if you came up with another way to get 32 cents that's different than mine using 7 coins. Let me know. All right, third graders, take one look here before we go into the present mode. Let's review a little bit. Multiplication and division. They're related just like addition and subtraction. They undo each other. If you have 2 factors, you can multiply the factors to get the product. If you're missing a factor, you can divide to find the missing factor. Okay, 2 factors equal a product. I'm going to play a little video for you that I think is fun. And where's my video? There we go. It's called My Dog Division.
I knew it was really a silly decision to get a new dog and name him Division. Division's not average like other good butts. He doesn't eat food. No ifs, ands, or buts. My dad was like, "What's up? Is Division real sick?" My mom thought my dog had an upset stomach. I told him Division was really just fine. He only eats quotients at least most of the time.
My dog Division's got max marks. Divide his food into equal parts. My dog Division's got max marks. Divide his food into equal parts.
One morning I gave him 4 yummy dog treats. I checked after school, he'd had nothing to eat. He divided his treats into 2 equal parts, 2 treats in each pile. My dog had math smart. He's smart. I didn't get angry. I didn't get sad. I told him to eat to make all of us glad. I said food is for eating, not putting in piles. Division just nodded and gave me dog smiles.
4 divided by 2 is 2.
I'm using division and you can too. I said
4 divided by 2 is 2.
I'm using division and you can too.
My dog Division's got max marks. Divide his food into equal parts. My dog Division's got max marks. Divide his food into equal parts.
The next day was Wednesday. I'm pouring more treats. I'm bones in his bowl. Bones dogs like to eat. I told him real sternly, don't practice division. These bowls are for eating, not math with collisions. But when I returned, what did my eyes see? Division made piles, 3 piles of 3. I yelled out, "Oh gosh, you did it again!" So I wrote something down on a pad with a pen. Food's good for eating, not putting in piles. Division just nodded and gave me dog smiles.
9 divided by 3 is 3.
That's 3 equal parts, as you can see.
9 divided by 3 is 3.
That's 3 equal parts, as you can see.
My dog Division's got max marks. Divide his food into equal parts. My dog Division's got max marks. Divide his food into equal parts.
I shouted and shouted, "Division, go eat!" I screamed and I yelled, I would not take defeat. You gotta just eat if you want to survive. And I like my dogs best when they're feeling alive. Division just sang, like good puppies should. Quotients are yummy, my numbers taste good. Just eating quotients, I'm really alright. Quotients are sweet, they're such tasty delights. Division gives quotients and they taste alright. The next morning I thought up a plan with a twist. I knew something that all dogs could never resist. I put 36 pieces of savory steak in his dog bowl and I left him a cake. But when I returned, had he eaten the beef, 6 piles of 6. Oh, goodness grief, the cake was all gone, and that's the sweet truth. I think dog division might have a sweet tooth.
36 divided by 6 is 6.
It makes 6 piles of 6. That's correct. Can you think of other ways to divide 36 into equal parts? How about 18 piles of 2? That's 36. Or 9 piles of 4? That's 36 also. Are there any other ways to divide 36 into equal parts? Give it a shot. Anyway, dog division didn't eat any of that steak, no matter what size the piles were. But at least he ate that cake.
My dog division's got max marks. Divide his food into equal parts. My dog division's got max marks. Divide his food into equal parts.
Division, I said. What are we gonna do? If you keep finding quotients, there won't be a you. We gotta go down some other path, dude. Don't spend time dividing, just eat your dog food. He looked and he said, how about some new math? Maybe something to help me get on the food path. We thought for a while, yes, me and my pup. Just what was said when my doggy spoke up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Multiplication might work. It's also math-based, and it's making me wonder how products will taste. Products are the answers to multiplication problem.
My dog division's got max marks. Divide his food into equal parts. My dog division's got max marks. Divide his food into equal parts.
Okay, third graders, let's go back to our presentation here, and we're going to do some work today. So get your math workbooks out. All right, I have a slide here, math language to know. Yesterday we talked about addition and subtraction, math language to know, and here is some with multiplication and division, and words that help us to know if we're doing multiplication and division. All right, we're going to pick up on page 395. You're going to solve problems 7 through 10, and the directions say, write an equation for each word problem. Use a variable to represent the unknown factor, and then solve the problem. So we are solving unknown factor word problems. We're going to use multiplication and division to help us with that. Here's an example over here of some equations that you could write. 4 times s equals 36, or 36 divided by 4 equals s. Remember, a variable is a letter to replace the number that's missing. Okay, you're going to solve each of these problems and label your answers too. Make sure you have an equation and the problem solved. There's problem 7, 8, and 9 and 10. Okay, you can do this, third graders. Pause the video now so you can work on this. All right, let's look back at number 7, third graders. The story about the boxes. There's 2 equations that you could have written for this one. 36 divided by 4 equals s. If you have another letter, that's okay. It does not have to be a letter S. I just picked a letter S. Or you could have written 4 times s equals 36. Either of those equations work for this. Okay, and of course the answer then is 9 boxes. Number 2, you don't have to have the variable c. I use the variable c for cars. 8 times c equals 56. Or you could have the equation 56 divided by 8 equals c. Number 3, I use the variable a. A times 6 equals 42, or 42 divided by 6 equals a. And your answer is, for both number 2 and number 3, your answer is 7. For number 2, it's 7 cars. Number 3 is 7 floors. All right, for the last one, you read 48 divided by 8 equals r, or r times 8 equals 48. By chance, you might have mixed up the factors if you had written multiplication problems for any of these. So if you wrote this backwards, 8 times r, or 8 times whatever variable you have, don't worry about it, third graders, because remember, you can flip those factors. Okay, and the answer to number 4 is 6. So, third graders, good job on your work today. We've practiced now so far this week addition and subtraction situations and multiplication and division situations. And we're going to keep working with these and kind of working through different problem solving. Okay, not huge numbers that we're using, but good practice for us because it's been a while since we did multiplication division. I hope you have a good day. I miss you. Take care.